Hello there, it's Geoff Barton. It is Tuesday, the 12th of December. Yes, it's still only the 12th of December. Keep on clinging on. And we've got a rare day without rain here in Suffolk. So, three things. Let's talk about Ofsted, let's talk about funding, let's talk about the EBAC, and let's do it quickly because you've got loads going on at the moment. So, Ofsted, you will see that we, along with our colleagues in the NAHT, National Association of Head Teachers, are calling for a pause to Ofsted. We know there's a big reform agenda. This isn't about the big reform agenda. This is a very specific call for those points in the devastating coroner's inquest report from last week to be addressed. And we think the Secretary of State and the Chief Inspector should address specifically those 7 points before it's even thinkable that inspections can carry on as usual. We've sent the letter to them. We've put that into our email today. We've had a conversation with the incoming Chief Inspector, Sir Martin Oliver. Paul Whiteman and I met him yesterday, and we will be meeting him formally at the beginning of the new year. More details about all of that in our email version today. Secondly, funding. The Institute of Fiscal Studies, well respected, completely independent, is making the point that I know, that funding levels really are not the same as they were in 2010. I mean, it's a bizarre ambition anyway of the government to take us back 15 years. Because after all, back in the day when I was a head teacher in 2015, you had all of those other support services. You had the extended schools, you had the Connections Careers Advisory Service, all kinds of different people bringing specialisms into schools which were acting as kind of hubs. Much of that has withered away. We think it's a really important report from them. And we think the challenge to us is not just to talk about the funding crisis in the echo chamber of education, but to get it to cut through to parents in the run-up to a general election. And you'll see us campaigning around that with you and on your behalf. And then finally, important, I think, report today from the House of Lords, who just look at the effect of the EBAC and the way what they say the emphasis on certain subjects being more important than others has done to the others. And we've seen a withering away of those things that used to so often be pride and joy of a balanced curriculum, the ability to make things through design technology, the creative subjects. Many of those are starting to shrivel away. It's a powerful report, and we show you also the evidence we gave to them to help them to put it together. So there's your three things. Don't forget that if you haven't seen our policy team briefing from last week, we do a video briefing. We make it into a podcast as well. 30 minutes telling you, here's the stuff we think you need to know about. That's available to all of our members. So that's it from me. I'm looking forward to seeing members at our ASCL Cymru conference down at Cardiff Bay later this week. Always a joy to be back on what is, in one sense, home turf for me. My parents were from North Wales, the inelegantly named Mould in Clwyd. So really looking forward to being in South Wales this time at Cardiff Bay. As always, if you just want to tell us stuff, whether it's how things are for you, whether there's something funny you want to tell us as well, just tell us at ascl.org.uk. And as always, if you need our professional advice and support, then our hotline team, as always, are here for you. Look after yourself. We'll be live from Cardiff Bay on Friday. Best wishes.